Good evening, everybody. My name is Crystal. Alexa, what's the time, please?
It's 6 p.m.
It's dead on 6 p.m. Good evening, everybody. I'm here in my flat in Rochester and I'm just chilling out. I live by myself and it does get monotonous at times, and sometimes when it gets dark, my mood gets low. So I try and do things to occupy my mind, because I find when you're on your own, that you think a lot and you overthink, and you can get depressed and low. So I keep an eye on my mood because there's only me to look after me, right? So I look after myself. And I've tried really, really hard not to sink into depression, because it's something I've suffered from since I've been a teenager and on and off. I'm on antidepressants, and even though I'm on antidepressants, I can still get depressed. It's one of those things. So I went for a walk this afternoon, 2 o'clock, usual time, out by myself. There was no one on the field at all. It was absolutely freezing cold. The wind was biting into my face. It was painful. I take my dog out for a walk because he's house trained. He won't go to toilet in the house on anything. He doesn't like to. He wants to go outside. So I don't want my little dog to hold his poo and pee in. So I take him out in all weathers. And it was surprisingly icy. I found it difficult walking around the field. It was actually hurting my fingers and my face. Managed to get Max a good walk, and I just walked home and came back into the flats. Um, I can't say it's been a bad weekend. It hasn't been a bad weekend, and I'm trying to divert my mind, because once you get focused on something, it's hard to get away from it. So when you focus on things that are upsetting you, it makes them feel worse. So I do try to distract myself and get on with other things. That's why yesterday I put a stencil on my window and sprayed it with the snow spray. Um, I hung my lights up over the window. Um, it's my flat, and I like Christmas, and I want to light things up. I don't want to sit in my flat miserable. I've been through things. I've lost, my cat's been stolen. Um, you know, I just want to keep going and keep shining the lights and being happy. Okay, I don't want to be miserable and grumpy and bitter. Um, a load of bad things have happened. They happen every so often, and I get up and I smile and I carry on, because that's me. Some people can't. And it's each to their own as well. If people don't want to celebrate Christmas, that's their prerogative, and I understand that. But myself, whatever happens to me, I will not let the bad things, control my life. So I'm trying to remain positive. I'm trying to keep happy. What happened was, I was talking to my mum 7 days a week, and I was talking to her in the morning over the phone, in the afternoon, and in the evening. And the phone hurts my face, so I was torturing myself. I was doing it to myself, and I suffer from, I don't know if anybody else knows, tinnitus. Ever since I've had trauma to my head, I suffer from tinnitus, which is hearing loud noises in your ears and ringing in your ears. And of course, I would get off the phone calls with my mum sometimes for nearly an hour, especially when I was walking outside, and I was getting tinnitus in my ears, and I was just hearing that even at night, and it was peeing me off. So now that I've actually laid off the phone, I feel better. And also, if someone says something to you over the phone that upsets you, it's going to make you feel miserable as well. So I've just laid off of it, sit in my flat, relax. If anyone wants me, they know where the door is. Exactly. So I'm just chilling out. Even though my experience in the co-op this morning wasn't really that pleasant, I came home and I was thankful for what I'd bought and was able to buy, and no one was going to spoil my day. So when I came back from walking Max this afternoon, I came into my flat and it starts to get dark early, and for people that suffer from SAD, seasonal affective disorder, it's horrible, because with the darkness brings the sadness. So I'm brightening up my flats with load of Christmas lights, so it ain't so dark in my flat. And I come in and make myself a coffee, chill out, fill myself with things that, you know, tax my brain, my puzzles, whether it's crosswords, Scrabble, quiz shows on TV. What I find is when I'm on my own, sitting in a room with nothing, could drive you round the bend. And when I first got divorced, I was on my own in a flat, and every single noise was driving me crazy. So, and I didn't have a television. When I first moved into my flat by myself in Gloucestershire, I didn't have a TV set, and it was driving me crazy, hearing every single noise. So I got myself a radio, and it blocks out, you know, even when there's no neighbour noise, even when everything's turned off, you can hear noises, whether it's traffic going past, appliances working. I mean, a fridge, freezer makes a noise. There's always noise, and unfortunately, if you get ear damage like I have, it's awful. It can sound 4 or 5 times louder than it is, and people don't understand that. They don't understand why you sometimes go off on a tangent. That's I don't expect people to understand that. So when you're on your own and you're sat in a flat and you've got nothing on at all, it drives you crazy. So the telly, the radio, that's why I say to my mum, how do you manage without the telly on? Don't you listen to the radio? Because I just couldn't do that. Sit in a flat with nothing, no noise, and nobody to speak to, nothing. But my mum does. Yeah, I just had a sandwich lunch, a roll for lunch. I didn't feel like anything heavy. Told you someone rang my buzzer and the parcel wasn't for me, so I knew it wasn't, because I don't order things on a Sunday. So I just let the guy in. I'm not a moany old git. I let the person in, and from 2 to 7 is occupying myself before I take Max out for his last walk of the day. Watching the telly, seeing what's on the telly. There was a Scottish film on about a Scottish Christmas. I looked at Netflix to see if there was something I could watch, which there isn't. Nothing really takes my fancy this evening, so I usually watch Talking Pictures TV. But staying off the phone, that's helped me greatly this weekend. And people stirring things up when there's no need for it, because it's not been too bad. So I am going to get off this, get off YouTube, and As long as you're happy with yourself and what you're doing and where you're going, it's no one else's business. So many times I've taken what people have said seriously. When the internet first came out, I didn't know about trolling, people trying to destroy you, and it really upset me and it nearly destroyed me. But now I know it goes on to everybody. That I just can't be bothered with listening to people that have got such negative uh, opinions. I don't mind someone criticising me if they stand to me eye to eye, face to face, and tell me it to my face. But when someone does it behind a fake profile, it's just annoying because you cannot see who's doing it, and it's unfair. But I've been onto TikTok and I've seen other people go through it, so it's not personally directed towards me. I used to take things so personal and there's no point. So yeah, we've got our Christmas lights up, the Christmas stars up, the Christmas trees up. Yeah, it's Christmassy in here. And just do what you want to do. What you want to do, not what other people want you to do. I don't get bothered anymore. For some unknown reason, for about a month, 2 months, I haven't had any crap. And I don't want to tempt things, so I need to touch wood. I don't think I've got anything that is made of wood. Well, if it's fake wood, never mind. Anyway, I'm going to touch wood because I don't seem to be getting any idiots anymore. I mean, when I got called Papa Smurf this morning, that was quite funny. That made me laugh. I'm a Mama Smurf. Never mind. I hope everybody has a great evening. I'm finding the best way to deal with things at the moment is to go out, hold your head up high, and just carry on. See you later.